Well, when our first guest became a single mom with no father figure in her son's life, she set out to find some role models. The result is this insightful new book, If I Were Your Daddy, This Is What You'd Learn. And it is our pleasure to welcome Julia Espey to the show to explain. Great to have you here today.
Thanks for having me, Pat.
How'd the book come to be, Julia?
Okay, so I was a single mom, and my son was about 3 years old, and I was taking him to the park, and I looked down and I realized at that moment that I had to be mom and dad. And I thought, I don't know how to be a father. You know, just being a mother was enough. And so what I did was this thought came, would he have half of everything he needed to be successful? So I started researching, and you know, what I found were statistics that really frightened me, and they are that in America today, 70% of teenage pregnancies, 71% of chemical addictions, and 80% of our prison inmates come from single-parent families. So we have a fathering crisis going across America, and I had a fathering crisis in my own home.
You discovered along the way that you can parent. One person can parent,
absolutely.
One person can help provide some of that information. So you found a bunch of dads.
Exactly. So what I did is I started researching, and I didn't get the practical. I needed, like, how do you do it? Practical, real life, parent to parent know-how. And I didn't find that in the traditional parenting book. So I started asking them, CEOs, a Nobel Peace Prize recipient, just asking amazing role models who were amazing fathers.
And what was the theme of what they told you?
Well, there were many themes, but there were repeating things. And one is that I found that dads really understand that children need structure, boundary, accountabilities. They knew that their kids needed to be able to fall, have a little bit of comfort, and stand back up on their own. And see, I think that a mom has much less tolerance for seeing their child be discomfort. So they can do more for their children and sort of short circuit this trial and error learning that the dads seem to understand. Olympic sports psychologist says that one of the most important things you can do with your child is to help them be good losers. Because if they're losers, if they know how to lose, then they'll be great winners.
I think what's remarkable in this era that we're all looking for tips, you didn't want it to be a tip book.
No, it's not. It's like a chicken soup for the soul with the meat and potatoes of great parenting. I wanted something that I could just dive into the stories of these men and really learn how to parent by having great role models.
What do you want to have happen with this?
Well, we're starting parenting circles all over the country because I want parents to come together and start sharing what this book does, start sharing how what's working in their life, what's not working, because you know, we need to be supportive and get supported to be really excellent parents.
Well, and there's it's not exclusive to single parents. There's a lot of information.
No, moms are actually the #1. Moms with great husbands, they buy it for their husbands for Father's Day, and there they have it.
Congratulations. This is a terrific and a fascinating read. Thank you. Such an important area. To find out more about parenting groups and all the things that Julia has mentioned with us today and the book, go to KARE11.com and click on Family. We will be right back after this.